I love that mentality. The survival mentality really will reset your perspective on life and go like, I'm doing very, very, very well. As majority of people are when they take that, because I can survive. I love that. I can pour water on myself. I don't need electricity. You say that in the United States right now, I don't need electricity. People will go, what? Yes, you do. Haiti and the fight for economic stability. Erlantz Hyppolite, Executive Director of Fonkoze, joins the podcast to bring us up to speed on the situation in Haiti and how Fonkoze is using microfinancing to provide rural Haitians with economic opportunity. So, let's do it.
Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light. Running tired and broken and scared, but I swear I'll never give up the fight. I see you broken and beat, head pulled down over your eyes. Every part of you wants to surrender, but darling, you were meant to survive. With every star.
So what are the biggest issues facing Haitians right now, you'd say?
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I would say that the biggest issues that Haitians are facing right now, it's the instability, the political instability, and the social economic situation that's been ongoing for more than 4 years now. This situation has really been making the situation become very difficult, both for Haitian that are in Haiti and Haitian that are outside of Haiti. It's becoming very challenging.
Yeah, because I'd say a lot of times it's easy to look at a country that isn't doesn't have a lot of stability at the moment and just kind of make a lot of assumptions. But there's a lot of rooted factors where, like you said, economy is usually a huge driving factor in that. And I think that's where you guys come into play to help with that, right?
Yes, absolutely. So Fonkoze, it's a family of 3 organizations. There's Fonkoze USA, Fonkoze Financial Services, SFF, and there's also the Foundation for Nation Collective. So essentially, Fonkoze's mission is to support and help, Haitian that lives in the deep countryside, specifically women, more specific women, to lift themselves out of poverty. And we do so with a series of programs that are implemented by both of the organizations that are in Haiti. The bank is providing microfinance, and the foundation is providing support to these clients that will receive those loans so that they can be able to grow their livelihoods and be able to pay these loans.
And what exactly is microfinancing, you would say, for people hearing that term for the very first time?
Yes. So microfinance, it's so the way that we do it at Fonkoze, so you have to understand the Asian context. So everything is really centralized in Haiti. And by that I mean that in Port-au-Prince, that's where you have to come and to do basically everything, to go to the bank and everything. So by allowing people that are in the countryside and in a very remote area who have access to financial services, microfinance is basically the way that we do it. We allow these people that are in very difficult areas to have a small loan that is really key and changing factor for them to develop their economy and their livelihoods. We not only give them access to that small loan. With the foundation, we also provide them with trainings and training to understand how to spend that money and also access to healthcare. We also do some literacy training because most of the clients that Fonkoze are serving, they don't they cannot read. And yeah, that allow them to be able to start a business and take care of their family. I want to insist on something. One of the reasons that Fonkoze is primarily working with women is that women is at the root of the Haitian economy. In Haiti, most household taken care by women. It's that little merchant, peasant woman that in the morning that will wake up and put her kids on the donkey, take that kid to school, go to the field and get the harvest and go to the market to try to sell it to make a livelihood for their family. So by supporting these women, empowering them, Fonkoze is keeping the family fabric together and is empowering these women to be able to sustain their living.
So they're the glue basically to the household and to basically the local economy out there, especially in the rural areas. Not only raising the kids, but then also providing simultaneously. So playing like dual roles almost.
Absolutely. So for people that knows Haiti, um, the heart of communities and the countryside is always the market. That's where people come and meet. That's where they exchange good, and that's how, you know, their livelihood goes by. And Fonkoze is making sure that there's enough, financial interaction and enough people that, you know, could not be able to participate and that economy to participate in that economy and grow their livelihood.
So, and to put in perspective for Americans, kind of hearing like Port-au-Prince for the first time, being the capital city of Haiti, Haiti being, I'd say in terms of like acreage, maybe a little bit smaller than like the size of like South Carolina. Would that be like fair to say in terms of like its overall size? And the way it works then is like in Port-au-Prince being just think of like one city in South Carolina, and then no one really in that state, being Haiti in the country, can really do any banking or services unless they go to Port-au-Prince. But that's when you guys come in and provide these services to more like the rural areas and the people that maybe necessarily can't get over to Port-au-Prince, or it would be way too inconvenient to say the least, to where they'd actually probably be putting themselves at risk making those long treks there and back just for something minor that they could do in 2 seconds if it was more localized.
That is absolutely correct. There are, you know, there are banks in Haiti, like you said, you know, they are mainly localized in Port-au-Prince. They do have some succursal in the countryside, but the particularity of Fonkoze is that we are fully decentralized, and that's one of the reasons why we're able to function despite the dire situation that is ongoing in Haiti right now, because most of the violence that is happening right now, it's located in Port-au-Prince. And the particularity also of Fonkoze is that, you know, our succursals are serving a certain type of clientele that are really like, you know, the motor of the small economy. So most people that are in Port-au-Prince and that are banking with the big banks, you know, there are people that have the big businesses and that have access to really large loans and that can invest in a big boutique and a supermarket. But in the countryside, those services, you know, they are not available. So Fonkoze is essentially giving access to that stream of population that could not have access to this type of loans.
What type of businesses do they, when they seek microfinancing from you guys and you provide it, what type of businesses are they able to kind of start growing? As I would think probably in the rural countryside, seeking some sort of financing, or maybe like my first guess would be the agricultural sector in some sort. But what am I correct with that? And also maybe what are some other types of businesses have you seen?
Yes, you're absolutely correct with that. Mainly the agricultural sector, you know, they will invest in the crops and being able to produce more. And bring that to the market and sell, but as well for certain areas that are close to the Dominican Republic border. People will go and buy goods in the Dominican Republic and come back and sell. Some other people can also be a very innovative and start a small entertainment business. I know a Fonkoze client when I was working in Jacmel, that is in the southeast of Haiti, that started just a little bar and was showing Haitian movies
Mm.
with that loan. So people can get creative with it and do various type of business to try to seek that livelihood. I have one particular story. When I was working in the Tibonite, I remember there was 1 or 2 moms that had kids that were really struggling with nutrition. And at the time I was working at Hospital Albert Schweitzer, and we put them in touch with Fonkoze. And I remember very clearly that the business that they end up starting, they were selling soap.
Mm.
And that was in a very remote area. And I'm talking like, you have to drive for 4 hours and ride on the
Yeah,
back of
yeah.
a donkey for another 2 hours.
Jeez.
And up to 2015, because my career had kicked off and I've been working to other places afterwards, I was receiving pictures from this group of women of their business growing. So from selling that little box of soap, she grew her business to a full-on business where she was selling all type of goods,
Oh, wow. That's awesome. And that's just with soap.
not just with soap.
Yeah, and people can be creative too, and that just shows like the genius of humanity. Because really, soap, I think it's just like oils and like filtered distilled water too, and putting it all together. That is awesome. Now, can they export that at all, or where do they sell it? Where's like the demand that they're able to sell? Is it like at the local markets, or do they have to head over to Port-au-Prince?
It's mainly at the local market. It's so people that we are helping, and that's one of the beauty, that economy and that traction in the economy stay and within these communities. So that's very important, and develop these communities as well.
Mm. And you're a huge part of that, being the financer of it too. I mean, you're like the developer behind the scenes of the communities with that. And are they able to export any of these goods yet to like other countries? I know you said the neighboring countries before, but are they able to like branch out just yet, like even to like the United States and sell some of these? Or they would probably need, do they need the internet? And do they have the internet over there to be able to maybe branch out and market some of these products? Or are we just not there just yet?
No, unfortunately, we are not there just yet. And the type of, when we're talking about people that live in extreme poverty, they also don't have, unfortunately, the education and the connection to access to the new modern technology. That said, Fonkoze also have a program called EdTech, where, right now we are doing our teaching, because we also help them to know how to read, write, and we try to follow business curriculum with them, so that they can understand what a profit is, how to manage their business. So we are doing it right now with the tablet. It's called EdTech.
Mm.
So we have community managers that will go and show that person, and it's pictures, and it's in Creole, the native language, and recording, so the person can hear, see,
Oh, wow.
and they can follow the curriculum. So we are introducing this and hoping that, well, we're already having great results with that, and hoping that, that will be a line to introduce more technology into our teaching and see how, they could develop business that in the future could be more open. In terms of like, exporting, like I said, before, all of the wealth and, to stay in the traction, stay in within the communities, except for some areas that are close to the border, there might be some exchange going there, but none of the Fonkoze clients really are like, invested in exporting goods. Most, I would say, goods that can be exported to the US, it's generally art and Haitians artisanal.
Hmm.
And we do have some clients, as I know, because when I was working in Jatmel, that develop this type of skill and have this type of products, but I'm not aware that they're exporting it.
Well, if they when that opportunity comes, because it'll come down sometime down the road where they're able to export some goods, please let me know, because I would so love to buy soap from that was handmade from someone in Haiti than your Dove soap that like a corporation like Walmart has like just mass produced over time, and probably isn't even as clean or natural, because that would be so awesome to be able to purchase soap like that. That'd be amazing. And I know obviously they need the internet, and so to kind of like link up with different vendors and websites to be able to market some of this. I want to get your thoughts on this, because I saw this and I want to know if this was really just something that was put out there as to like kind of show support rather than actually provide support by this company, because Haiti better than anybody. And do you know if Starlink has been able to provide internet services to people in Haiti? Because just this past March of 2023, I read that Starlink was entering or providing satellites over Haiti to be able to provide internet. But of course, you need electricity, because you need to provide hook up a router, and then you don't just have the internet, you have to have a tablet or a phone or a laptop. And I'm like thinking of people in Haiti, especially in rural Haiti, and I'm thinking, okay, well, like if there's a satellite above them, that means nothing if they don't have electric and all this other stuff. So have you heard of that, or is that company really just kind of trying to like show that they are doing a lot?
No. I've heard of it. And I actually personally have family in Haiti that subscribed right now to the Starlink services. I
It's
think that
awesome.
recently started to provide these services in Haiti. And us also at Fonkoze, we are thinking of doing that switch to have a more stable internet connection. Back when I was living in Haiti, I had internet from 3 providers, and some days, all 3 of them will not function. So
Ah,
if we can have a reliable internet connection, that will definitely change the deal. Of course, there's other issues that needs to be considered, just like you said. Electricity, just this past year, we have had like at least 3 or 4 diesel and gasoline shortage. But solar energy also is something that is being developed in Haiti. And as well in Fonkoze, we are going green and trying to put solar panel on all of our succursal and in the countryside. There's 42 of them spread all over the 10 department in Haiti. So as I say, when you travel to Haiti, you will always see wherever you go in the countryside, you'll see a church, you will see the police station, and you will see a Fonkoze bank. Those 3 things will always be there.
it's awesome. You guys got the roots in the ground over there. That's good stuff.
Indeed.
And how we're and for communication purposes too, you guys is it the language that is spoken in Haiti? It's Haitian Creole. Am I saying that right?
You're saying that right. It's Haitian Creole and French.
Mm.
So for communication purposes, as I was saying, most people in Haiti will communicate in Creole. And what I need to mention is that, Fonkoze, USA, Fonkoze Foundation, Fondation Colise, for NSFS are all Asian led. We have 2 amazing women that are the executive directors of the foundation and the bank. So they are Haitian born and Haitian led. So that's mean that they are very sensitive to the culture. There's no issue of communication and cultural issue also, but because it's not just only to be able to speak the language, but also to understand the belief and the culture within these areas to also provide the support that is required. And it can differ, from an area to another because the resources will be different, the access will be different.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Especially with kind of what's going on there right now. From your point of view, being a big part of Haiti and trying to grow and bring stability and economic growth, do you see foreign occupation as like a good thing for the overall Haiti and especially their economy, or do you see that as kind of like almost hindering what we're trying to do, which is bring economic stability, which then brings stability?
The show is called No Politics, but that's going straight into politics.
I
But
know.
anyway.
I know. And I'm thinking, because I just saw even like this morning, I'm reading up about it, and it's like Kenya for some reason is like leading like the international
Exactly.
the troop,
Yeah,
which I thought was odd, but I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, all right, so like if there's people living in rural Kenya or even in Port-au-Prince, what type of does that bring humanitarian relief? Does that bring more problems? Does it bring a mixture of both?
I think that, well, first of all, Haiti has a history of having a foreign force come and trying to stabilize it, and that goes all the way back to the 1915, 1994, 2000, 2004, and yet now we are having the prospect of another foreign force to come and stabilize Haiti. Just me saying that from 1915 to basically till now that we have had these intervention to try to stabilize Haiti, and yet we're in the same situation, kind of gives you an insight of, it comes with, of course, certain benefits and also, with some issues and struggle. I think before and foremost, it's up to the Haitians to understand what they need and understand, how they are going to use the help that we will be getting from any foreign force that will come. In terms of the economy, of course, for the economy to strive, we need stability. And I do hope that if a foreign force come, that they can provide that stability and that people could feel safe and go and do their activities.
Well, and provide the sustainability, which I love what you guys do the most about it, because you're all about sustainability, which is not putting like a Band-Aid on something and like, feeling good and going, oh yeah, but knowing deep down it was a short-term fix. Because I mean, by providing microfinancing to small businesses or people or women who are trying to establish some sort of long-term income, really that is the founding factor of longevity and sustainability in an economy. And if there is a foreign occupation for however long, if we've ever learned from history, history repeats itself. You know what I'm saying? To go off of what you were saying before, I mean, if anyone is listening and that is a goal, I mean, really what you guys are doing is providing a framework of really what works, and not that it's quick. Nothing that works like 100% is quick, but it does work. And I mean, what you guys are doing is really a perfect framework for if anybody is to possibly go in and try to provide some stability and safety nets. That is the type of framework really that I think should be implemented. You know what I'm saying? Rather than I mean, you probably have so many stories of since you brought up, in the 1900s, since then, of how many foreign occupations have come in and probably haven't followed a framework similar to that.
Yes, Absolutely. I'm not going to go into details, but I
Yeah.
invite people that are listening to the podcast to go and do some research, and they will see that, there was a history of foreign occupation to Haiti and up to the recent years. And you're absolutely right. Fonkoze, with the work that we have been doing for about 20, 25 years, we've been working directly with communities and changing the life of the people within these communities and reshaping the economy inside of these communities. So one question that, people would ask is, well, if you've been doing that for so long, why things are not so different. And I think that you exactly touch the point. Fonkoze, we are working with people and we are giving them the opportunity to get lifted out of a poverty. But it takes leadership to put a country on the path of development. Fonkoze is putting the stone, building the communities, making them more resilient and more sustainable. But, it will take a leader to bring us a stability so that the work that we do can blossom better.
And just from what I know about the Haiti, the little I know in comparison to your perspective too, I mean, you've got some really resilient people over there because just in this century alone, I mean, you're talking the earthquake, which probably most people have probably put in the back of their minds by now, since it was 13 years ago. And in today's social media driven world, we can't think past like the last like 5 hours of the day. But to remind people, I mean, what some of you guys have, what Haitians have gone through. I mean, the earthquake in 2010, which killed, took the lives of over 100,000 people alone, which, to put that in perspective, I mean, that was like a little bit over like 1%, 1.3% of the entire country, which equivalent to the United States would be like 4 million people dying from a natural disaster in this country, to put it in perspective, which, like, think about what happened in how the country was affected by 9/11, and there was about 3,000 people died. Imagine 4 million people dying almost overnight because of, say, a natural disaster like an earthquake. And then, I mean, I'm skipping over a lot just for time purposes, but then even just this past, about 2 years ago, the assassination of a president there too. I mean, if that happened in the United States, I can only imagine what the turmoil that we would be going through here. And just think about those two events in the last 13 years. I mean, and Haitians are they're still there. They're still trying to build. And, there might, stability sure is an issue, but is it a shocker that is an issue based off of experiencing just those two events alone? I mean, it's not, the more knowledge and the more I read about Haiti and what's happened, the more you read about history, the more today makes sense, I guess, to say.
No, I think you're absolutely right. Not only, the earthquake happened in 2010. Then we had a cholera. Then we had hurricane, more political turmoil, president assassination, gangs violence. Everything battle, but life still goes on in Haiti. I was in Haiti last December, and when I traveled there, because it's been 2 years that I've not gone to Haiti. I was a little bit concerned. I went with my family. I was a little bit concerned and scared. It's a country that I've lived my entire life in. And I was also concerned that, what I will call the Haitian soul, our deep culture of living in community and support one another was going away because of all those turmoil and all that violence. And the first day that I arrived, my family down there, they told me, okay, we're happy that you're here, but you're just going to stay in the house. You're not going to go anywhere because it's a country that you don't know anymore.
Yeah,
I didn't listen to them. And the next day, I took my car and went and this was in Port-au-Prince. I went into Pétionville, and I started seeing people that I knew that, I used to have interaction with. You are either it's someone on the street that, I used to buy some foods, I used to buy bread or whatsoever, and they will recognize me, and could see in their eyes that, they've been struggling, they have lost weight, but there's hope. And despite that, they don't have much. And I was coming with money, to tell me, please take that money. And they were telling me, no, we don't want your money. We're just happy to see you. And we have that basket of gift for you, every single one of them. So that really warmed my heart and made me understand that, despite that very difficult situation, we are not forgetting who we are. We are not letting our identity goes away. And like you said, Haitians are very resilient. We always find a way to support one another. We live in a system that is called laku, and which basically means that's a system that we have established since the time of slavery. Basically, the Haitian motto say that, your neighbor is part of your family. So that's how we survive.
It's awesome to hear the high level of morality sustaining itself during extremely difficult times, because like when you said the guy wouldn't accept your money, he was just happy to see you. I mean, there's times in the United States where it's like the opposite, where you have a lot, but then there's like a very low level of morality where, I mean, just that mentality of resources, what I'm saying, when it really comes down to wants and needs, that need really, like, because that person saying that to you is basically saying too, like, I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it'd be nice, but like, I'm just happy with what's going on. And do I need it? Is, they're saying they don't even need it, which is awesome. That is awesome to hear that is the mentality of people who may be going through a lot of economic hardships. Some that here in America we have never really, especially the younger people, they have never really ever had to have gone through, and maybe we'll never have to go through. It's something that really, to take some notes from, I guess, as an American, from people in those situations.
Yeah, I think that, I am very fortunate to have my kids that, did part of their childhood in Haiti. But I just recently moved to the state, and my wife is from California. And to the extent to what you're saying, when my daughter and my son came here in the States, it was very hard for them to accommodate with kids here. They were different. They have different view, different perspective. And one thing that I think that I'm very fortunate is that, where I'm not going to say that I was living in difficult condition in Haiti, but you're living in a country. Someday you will wake up and you don't have electricity. But that's not the end of the world. My kids know that, well, you don't need electricity, to survive. You don't need to have running water. You can pour water on yourself. So I think that give them, a different perspective, and they have learned to appreciate, the small thing in life.
I love that mentality.
Be grateful for what you have.
I love that mentality. The survival mentality really will reset your perspective on life and go, like, I'm doing very, very, very well. As majority of people are when they take that, because I can survive. I love that. I can pour water on myself. I don't need electricity. You say that in the United States right now, I don't need electricity. People will go, what? Yes, you do. And you don't, man. You don't. I love that, because you don't. So I appreciate this, Erlantz, for everything he came on to chat about with today, and everything you do. Thanks for holding the line down there in Haiti, and providing some help and everything that you can do for people. Now, for people listening and want to maybe either get involved or donate or just research and get a little bit more about you guys, where can people go to find you guys?
Please just go to our website, fonkoze.org. and to our social media. You will have more information on what we are doing, and you'll be able to see pictures of these communities that we are serving. And absolutely, please consider, to support Fonkoze, because your support is very important for us, and your support will definitely, go to these communities and provide them with livelihoods. Thank you for giving me that opportunity, Daniel.
Yeah, no. The pleasure's all mine, Lance. I appreciate this so much, man. I can't wait to link up down the road and maybe chat about what's about some more amazing things that you guys are doing and how Haiti has grown. So I look forward to that conversation.
Same here.